This conference will
Yeah.
now be recorded.
We'll start, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I am Rajni Jain on behalf of agricultureinformation.com. I'd like to welcome you all to this online meeting. Please take a moment to review the guidelines for this online meeting posted in the chat window. I now request the moderator, Mr. Lakshmipati, to introduce the speaker and start the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rajini. Good evening, everyone. I am Lakshmi Pati. I'll be moderating this meeting. Agricultureinformation.com likes to welcome to this meeting Dr. Sushant Shekhar, the founder and director of Jaya Agro Foods, Jogar, Jharkhand. Dr. Sushant Shekhar will be speaking on the topic mushroom value-added products. I now request the speaker to begin.
Good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I'll just welcome you all for this session regarding mushroom-based value-added products. It is a necessity. It is a necessity today, and it is also something which can go as far, which can go in length to help new growers coming into this business. So that was the reason that I wanted to discuss on this topic regarding value-added products. Now, what are these actually value-added products? If we have to ask, what are these value-added products? See, mushroom itself, if we see, does not have a very strong flavor or taste in itself. So this is one of those food items, food products, which can easily blend with any other food products and can be further prepared into different forms. Now, when I say it is a necessity, it is a necessity in today's scenario. The reason being, see, we are fighting with an unknown enemy from last almost 1.5 years, and almost everyone in the country have suffered in some or the other way, whether they have lost their close ones or they have themselves been infected with the virus. As we know that mushroom is a antiviral food. It is considered as one of the top 15 antiviral food items. So mushroom has the ability to fight this virus, as well as mushroom is already established as a immunobooster, immunostimulant, or immunobooster, you can call them as. During this course of last 1.5 years, what is most important thing that we learned as uh, human beings, that we need to keep our immunity strong. We need to be strong. We need to have a good immunity. We need to have a good lifestyle, healthy lifestyle, to sustain the infection. To sustain, if even if we are infected, we will be either asymptomatic or we can easily get cured. Even if we are symptomatic, we can easily get cured. So what, even whether it was ICMR or whether it is Department of Ayush or whether it is WHO, everybody has been talking about immunity from last 1.5 years. Known as established immunostimulant, known as a immuno booster, this is the time when mushroom can actually fill in the gap of that immune deficiency among people. There are different food products which were considered into immune booster food products, and one of them was mushroom. Even WHO recommended countries like Japan, China, they went further extent to actually supplement their COVID patients with mushrooms, and there were some research papers also published in this regard. In India, we do not have that habit. We are not that behavioral changes. We are not very health conscious. We are not very food conscious. That what are we eating? What is the quality of that food product? And most of the food cultivated, most of the, whether it is grains or whether it is vegetables, cereals, whatever it is, whatever food is being cultivated today, it is being cultivated in the soil, and we all know that soil is highly lot of pesticides. It has got very high residue of present in the soil, and which is actually causing the major problem into our food chain. We are suffering because of the use of excess of chemicals in a lot of food products. So again, mushroom comes as a filler over there because cultivation of mushroom, though there are people who use a lot of chemicals to grow mushroom, but then cultivation of mushroom can be also done without using any kind of chemical. That is one thing. And second thing, when there are no chemicals which is being used, you get a food product which is very pure, which is very clean, which is very neat. So that way also it is going to be an advantage to go with some sort of value addition. Like a lot of food items can be prepared. I'll come down to that discussion. Before that, I just want to tell you something which is like which I feel is more relevant today. Well, I think it's almost 5 6 years back when I had an interview published with Agriculture Information. That was the first time when I talked about the need of value added products. I had never imagined that this will become a mandatory thing in coming years. As growers or as consumers, it is not only that okay, I'm a grower, so it is for me. It is also for those people who are consuming uh, all these products. It is for both of us that we need to take a collective responsibility to pass on this wonder food to the food chain, to supply it to the entire food chain. So we have to take a collective responsibility towards going ahead and taking it one step further. And you'll see, like most of you would have seen, market was flooded with vitamin C and vitamin D and zinc and multivitamin tablets. Multivitamin tablets has got something like zinc is there, magnesium is there, selenium is there, potassium is there, and there's a bit a combination of different B vitamins. Now, considering multivitamin one side, if we take up directly mushroom, mushroom itself is a multivitamin because it has got vitamin C, it has got vitamin D, but mushroom is the only food product which has got vitamin D. Ergosterol is present, which is a precursor to vitamin D, which gets converted to vitamin D2 and D3 when introduced to sunlight. It has got B complexes, almost all of them, B6, B12, B2. Some of the varieties have got vitamin A, some of them have got E and K, which are considered as very rare vitamins. Then mushroom has got selenium, mushroom has got good amount of magnesium, calcium. So it has got all those things which were present actually in these multivitamin capsules or tablets available in the market. If we had that kind of lifestyle wherein we were consuming this kind of food products in our day-to-day diet, we would have actually not seen this much of problem what we actually saw. It is our lifestyle, it is our fooding habit, feeding habit, eating habit. We rely a lot on junk food. It is all of these things which actually came into thing. And what I personally see as a researcher, we look into different problems and we try to understand a little bit insight regarding that problem. And one thing which I could very clearly see that people in metro cities suffered a lot. People in Bangalore, people in Chennai, in Delhi, in Mumbai, Kolkata, people suffered a lot because of high air pollution. That is one reason I feel very strong. Even there's a paper published regarding that which all places the air pollution threshold limit was higher. Those places infections were actually more in numbers because of air pollution in the environment. We have our lungs, liver, everything already weakened. So these people were largely infected. Again, in age group, if we see in age group, then in my near ones, a lot of people had got infected. And I found out that all those people who were actually used to having some sort of, like, who had a very bad lifestyle, like not eating healthy, not eating on time, they suffered actually more. Which I could make my own analysis. Yeah, I may go wrong. I don't say that these are all scientific data, but this is my own analysis from where I could understand COVID, and the way I could decipher COVID. That is what I'm trying to share with you all. So what I feel that these kind of food products, if it is taken into our daily lifestyle, we can actually change the problem and convert this problem into a much better, much simpler, and much amicable solution when compared to getting O2 support or getting hospitalized and suffering. I think this is a more amicable, this is a more reliable solution. We need to start eating healthy. We need to start thinking about building up our immune system. We need to start working on our lifestyle. As a whole, collectively, we have to do that. Vaccination is a part-time solution. It is not a permanent solution. Uh, so please don't rely only on vaccination and uh, think that, okay, no, since I'm vaccinated, I can again start living the way I was doing it earlier. So we need to change it, and when we need to change it, mushroom has got that capability to play a very important role into this entire developing scenario. Now, what are the things which we can prepare? Why do we really need value added products? That is something which I've told you. Now, why, what kind of food products can we prepare out of this? Multiple. Mushroom can be dehydrated, mushroom can be powdered, or even fresh mushroom can be used to prepare pickle. Lot of, like, this is one what we have, the photo what you see right now is one pickle. What we have currently prepared almost six different varieties in pickle, different flavors, not varieties, in different flavors in pickle. And there are likewise lot of people, lot of growers in the country today, they are continuously working on this aspect of value addition, and they have come up with their own taste and varieties. Mostly these pickles are, people ask me like, okay, can you please share the recipe, how do we really go ahead and make these kind of food items? I said, see, you don't need a recipe. You can get back to books, you can get back to your elders and see how they were preparing pickle at home. Utilize that technique, whatever they were using, and give a blend according to the current requirement and the taste and the flavor of your particular area. You should, if I am preparing a pickle in Jharkhand and I think of supplying it to Chennai, it won't work out for me because taste uh, in Chennai, taste in Tamil Nadu is different from taste in Jharkhand. So we should always think about giving local flavor, local touch to a pickle if we are going with pickle preparation. Otherwise, then you have options of lot of, like, chutney can be prepared, biscuits can be prepared, mushroom noodles also there are people who are already doing it. Then soup, instant soup, we have also done that. Instant soup can be prepared. Then ketchup can be prepared for mushroom. Uh, Jam already is already there in the market, mushroom jam. Then recently, one university, this particular university in Bihar, they have come up with mushroom paneer and mushroom gulab jamun, which is very new, and they have a complete infrastructure actually wherein they are working towards a lot of value added products. So they have developed one variety, multiple varieties in mushroom. So you have mushroom ketchup, it was developed by ICAR in Solan, Himachal. So we have got different food products which can be prepared from mushroom. Even canned mushroom or brined mushroom can be done. Brining can be done. Canning can be done. Now, what is the advantage actually? See, there are one advantage I told you. Yes, we must include this kind of food items into our day-to-day lifestyle now. But then, what are the other advantages? that we have when we go into value addition. One major thing, we increase the shelf life of the food. See, mushroom itself is a highly perishable crop. So most of the growers who are doing into this business today, if their city does not have that kind of market, if their local market is not that strong, or if they are not able to market, see, both the things can be there. I have discussed this earlier also. Uh, Market can be there, you may not be able to do it, or there can be instances wherein like people in that particular area do not like eating mushroom, or there is not, say you are growing 20 kg, but the market is there only for 10 kg over there. So with the leftover product, you can actually prepare these kind of food items which will have a shelf life beginning from 3 months up to at least 22 years. Like if you go for canning of mushroom, they have got a shelf life of almost 2 years. Pickling again close to where you can have a shelf life. Upper chips, these items you can have a shelf life close to 1 year. Soup items will have a shelf life of almost 6 months. So that is one advantage actually, wherein a perishable product is prepared into some other form. Like when we had this white revolution, no, when we had this milk revolution done by Dr. Verghese in Gujarat, it was not only milk which got revolution, which actually took the path of revolution. There was a lot of milk products also which went along side by side with this Amul, and which resulted in the success of Amul. So it is not only milk which got exposed in that large manner in the entire country. It was also the milk product which was very important, and which was one of the prime focus of Amul company. They prepared butter, they prepared a lot of other items. You see, Amul has already come up with milk product. So similarly, if you want some sort of revolution in the mushroom industry, value added products must go side by side together. We cannot ignore value added products and imagine the industry to flourish. It has to go side by side. Now there's another need. Why do we really need these value added products? One more thing which I felt. See, there are people who do not like eating mushroom, maybe because they feel it to have that kind of meatiness. There are vegetarians who do not like eating mushroom because of its meatiness, or some of them do not like eating mushroom because of its taste or texture. There are people who will not like it. I can give you example. My father is a vegetarian. He doesn't like eating mushroom at all. But when we converted this into some other product, like when we prepared pickle, he liked it. He takes it in his regular diet. When we prepared soup, he liked it. When we prepared cookies, he liked it. So when it was converted into some other form, it was easily acceptable. It was easily accepted in the market. That is something which we can actually focus on, which we can actually look into one aspect, wherein we change the taste. We change the taste and we come up with something new, some nice blend, and then we can cover up a large number of population, even though they are whether they are vegetarian or not does not matter. Though mushroom is a 100% vegetarian product, and it should not be considered as non-veg, but then taste-wise, flavor-wise, some people might feel it to be that way. So that is another option wherein like either in form of biscuit or in form of like chutney or sauces or jam, or even there is now chocolate mushroom also in the market, in the research center. People have developed mushroom blended with dairy milk kind of chocolate, nutri bar kind of thing. So that option is there actually in mushroom. That is the kind of range you have. There is no limitation that we can prepare only one item. Mushroom does not, dried mushroom specifically does not carry any taste or any flavor or anything in for that instance. So it can be prepared into a lot of different forms, lot of different food items can be prepared. And that is where actually it is important that people should not consider mushroom growing as a business alone. It is high time that people start considering these value-added products as well. Like, see, I am a grower. I cannot be producing each and every food product on my own. It will not be possible for me. So I can become a supplier to somebody who is already doing this kind of food product. And that way, if in a single cluster, in a single city, we have 2 or 3 people who are into different kind of food item manufacturing based on mushroom, so the entire city can actually come into that cluster and start supplying to that. We need to start working on different models, which we feel that okay, this model will work in this particular area or that particular area. We need to start thinking in different models and see which will be more beneficial or successful in the long run. And we have multiple examples today to take forward. We have Lijjat brand, we have Amul as a brand, we have ITC as a brand. ITC today, uh, they collect lot of items from farmers and then they produce these items in their own centers. They do a lot of R&D. We supply dried mushroom to R&D to ITC also earlier, and one of my grower is still doing it over there. We supply dry mushroom on a regular basis to them. So that is one thing actually which can be actually done. And see, any MNC or any big company will only come forward if they find it to be uh, quality, if the quality is retained good, and if the quantity is good, because they will not like to come for 1 kg or 2 kg of item to your place. They'll always look forward for hundreds of kgs if they have to prepare any kind of food for a sort of machine. So that is something which can be considered. Like different way, different places, different kind of cluster design can be done. But yes, this is one aspect which can be taken forward. Now, one of the biggest necessity of coming out with value-added product is something wherein we have to look forward to the future of the country as well. There is a lot of initiative, whether by the central government or whether by the state government, to improve child nutrition. We see a lot of midday meal programs, Antyodaya, and in Akshay Patra we see running in Bangalore, and we have midday meal scheme running in different states under different names. Now, in these midday meals, to supplement protein diet to the children, to the school going kids, they either prefer to go with egg or they prefer to go with apple, or some places even milk is an option. I will not say egg or apple is bad. They have their own benefits. They are good in their own ways. But then, yeah, all of them can easily be replaced with mushroom. All of these food items can easily be replaced. And whatever they are giving, uh, you can give a complete food to these children. And when we have to give this complete food to the children, again we may have the problem of taste. We may have the problem of liking. So these mushroom value-added products can actually jump into that particular sector and get into the midday meal program and prepare some or the other item from mushroom which can be given to kids on a day-to-day basis, looking towards their nutrition. So accordingly, like uh, we can sit down with our district cluster and we can discuss this with the district administration and tell them that okay, see, this is a requirement from your side, and this is what we can give us from our side, and accordingly we can work it out, and this can be taken up. One circular regarding this was given last year from the central government, advising all state governments to include mushroom into their midday meal. I think this was sometime in say March last year, soon before COVID outbreak. We saw this notification was given by the central government as a suggestion to states that please include mushroom into your regular midday meal program. So this can be actually taken up now very seriously, because we are at the threshold of third wave, and we don't know how many waves will be coming from here onwards. Fourth, fifth, today it is COVID, tomorrow it will be something else. So we have to build ourselves in a way. We have to have that kind of immunity. We need to have that kind of lifestyle. We need to have that kind of fooding habit, so that we do not actually suffer to the extent we have, which we have already seen. I think last 3 months were really painful for almost everyone in the country. I don't expect anyone in this country who has really not suffered, or who has not been the direct uh, victim to this particular virus. So that is something actually which we need to learn something from this. We should take this as an example and make sure that our coming generation do not are in the safe hand. Forget whether they do not suffer. We can always try and secure them in the safe hand. Because I told you, mushroom is one item which can be prepared 100% without using chemicals. There is no role of chemical in mushroom. It can be 100% avoided. And in the long term, in the long run, today this may not look very. You may feel that no, this may not be that relevant. But trust me, 6 years back, I had not thought that it will be so much relevant today. And 6 years down the line, I don't know how much more necessity will it become to focus on better health, better immunity, and better lifestyle. So let's be prepared. Let's try and do something. Let's take a step forward and do something which is the necessity, which is the need of the hour. With this, I will conclude this, and I will you all to go ahead with your queries.
Thank you, Dr. Sushant Shekhar, for an interesting presentation and talk. I now request the participants to ask their questions. We'll also be posting the speaker's contact details in the chat window. Now, participants, do you have any questions, please? Please ask. Who is this, please? Anybody? Please put on your mic. Who is interested to ask questions? Mr. Siddhappa, you have any question?
If you want to store fresh mushroom, then you can always do it in under refrigeration. You can store it in your fridge at home. Storage of mushroom is always advisable to be done around 16 to 20 degree temperature. Because if you go below that, because of high amount of moisture in mushroom, it will crystallize, and then it will open up the pores. It will expand the pores, and it starts aging. Like mushroom starts decaying very fast. So if you want to store mushroom, it should always be done at a very ambient condition. If you want to do it for 7 or 8 days in fresh form. In dry form, you can always store it up to 2 years also in airtight containers, sealed containers.
Yeah, that's all we have for today. Looks like Mr. Mohan has got any question?
Yeah.
No, if any.
Good
Yes, please
evening,
go ahead.
good evening, Dr. Suhagas. So nice presentation. Of course, accepting some differences. Question is, how many days we should store in cold storage, and what is the temperature we should maintain, and how much months we can store?
Like I told you, sir, for fresh mushroom, you can store it easily for 7, 8 days or 10 days. Temperature should be between 16 to 20. Or for dry mushroom, you can store it up to 2 years also in airtight container.
Anything else, Mr. Mohan? You got the answer?
Thank you.
Mr. Mohan, Mr. Mohan, you got the answer? Okay, participants. Okay, thank you for the answering. We have now completed the round of questions. That is all we have for the day. I'd like to thank Dr. Sushant Shekhar on behalf of Agriculture Information was taking his time to speak with us. I now request the organizer of the meeting, Ms. Rajani Jain, to please close the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lakshmipati. I'd like to thank the speaker, Mr. Sushant Shekhar, for taking the time to talk with us. I also like to thank all the participants for their time. The meeting will now be closed.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.